In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a group. So I'm on the dashboard right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to the Groups tab. Now I can click on the group, or I can click here, or I can actually come over here where it says Create Content, and I could create a group from here. I'll show you where I can create a group from inside this tab, and I can just come into the Groups tab, and I can create a group. Now it's going to come up here, and it's going to, this is the Convene Mastermind, and I'll rename it later. We're going to have a different name for it, but in the sake of time, I'll just call it the Convene Mastermind. It's going to ask if I'm creating this for somebody. Now, not everybody will see this. I'm a writer, and we have certain people who write experiences for people, and that's why it says you creating it for somebody. Group logo. So I'm going to click on that. Everything has to have a logo inside of Convene. I do that via Canva. So let me show you here. Canva is a great way to create logo. This is actually the logo that I'm getting ready to use inside of the experience. 300 by 300 is the minimum for that. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to grab this logo here, and I'm going to upload it. It's going to ask me if I want to put a group cover. That's like what you see at the top, and if you want to, it needs to be 600 pixels by 150. I'm not going to actually put one in here at the moment, so it will not have one. Remember, the 3 access levels of Convene are free, public, so public is free. Anybody and everybody can create a public group. Private, if you are a private member, you can create private groups. That controls who comes in and who has access to that content. So you can either send an invitation or you can accept people into that particular group. And then Premier. Well, in this case, this is a Premier group. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Premier. And then I'm just going to put in here, and I'll go back and edit it later, Convene Mastermind. And I'm going to click Submit. So what it's going to do next, it'll take me to a screen, and it'll say, okay, you put the logo in here, crop it. And so there's the logo, and I'm going to crop it to 500 by 500. Well, now what the system does is it'll take this 500 by 500 and it'll actually make it 300 by 300. Okay, so now the logo is in there. Now I have to complete the information section. So for the sake of time here, I'm just going to put a video. I'll come back in and I'm going to grab this video, what you'll leave behind. I'm going to come back in later and I'll create more information for the group. So to put a video in here, I'm going to go to the video and I'm just going to put the link in here and I'm going to insert it. So you have to have your group information. You have to put something in there to move on, but what you can do is put a little bit in there if you don't want to finish the whole thing, and then it'll save in draft status. Now this particular group, you can do single payment or subscription payment. This is a monthly membership group, and so I'm going to put it in here at $97 a month. And it's going to ask me if I want to give to the affiliate program. Now, you do not have to give to the affiliate program, but if you do, this is where you do it. And I'm going to say, yes, I want to. And I'm going to slide this out all the way to 60%. Now, when you're seeing this, any Convene community group will be 100% paid out to the affiliate. I just have to get the programmer to switch it to that. But you, if you're creating a Premier group, can do it anywhere from 10% all the way up to 60%. In this case, I'm just going to do 60%. The minute I hit submit, that becomes a paid group, and it's actually ready to publish, right? Unless I want to continue to work on here. So I'm going to go ahead and publish it. That does not mean, when I hit publish, that does not mean that the group is out on the dashboard where everybody can see it. You see right here, this group is currently in draft status. So I have time to work on this group, and I only submit it and approve it down here, submit for approval, when I'm ready to put it out, right? So it tells me that I have to submit for approval is because it is a Premier group. One of the things that we do is we make sure there's content in everybody's group. We don't review the content, but we want everybody to have content in there because people may come in and pay for that course right away. What I want to do quickly is I want to talk about the different tabs and how important it is really before you publish this to have some information in the different tabs for your group. Okay, so announcements. If I wanted to come in and put an announcement in there, I click on new and you'll see the same writer. And I can put, in this case, I'm just going to go in here as an example and I'll get rid of it later. I'm going to add a video. All right, so same video, but I'm going to add it and I'm going to submit it, and it's now inside the announcement. All right, I can always go back and edit it. I can delete it. In this case, I will go back and delete it. What announcements would you put? If you're having Zoom meetings, this might be where your Zoom link goes. If you have some big announcement about a class coming up or something that you're doing inside the group, this is where it goes. Discussion boards are just what you think they are. Again, I'm going to use the same thing, and this time I'm going to put a picture in here. All right, so I'm going to go and grab just a picture, and we'll grab the Convene Mastermind here, and I'm going to open that, and it's going to go in there. So I put a picture in there. I'm going to put some writing in there, whatever it is. I'm going to just say, and the discussion board, this is the Convene Mastermind. All right, that is, and let's just say I say, you know, what do you want to learn? All right, so this becomes a discussion board. So I'm putting it out there, Convene Mastermind, what do you want to learn? Now remember, inside of the group, even if you're just a member, everybody can participate in a discussion board. So I can post this anonymously, or once I put it in there and I respond, I can respond anonymously. So there it is. If I want to click on and see what it is, this is what it will look like. Again, I would have some writing and other thing like that. So Convene is a blogging system, and we have a blogging tab within inside of each group. The big thing for me is that if you're trying to grow your content and you're trying to write articles or blogs about what you're doing, this is a great place to do it. You can do it with text, you can do it vlogging by adding videos. All those different things are in here, and I think this is one of the things that makes Convene unique, is that you can have a group and you can blog, and we want everybody to take advantage of this, because what we will do is then share your content. Experiences, this is what Convene is based around, and we really drive home that we all have life experience. So real life, real people, real experience. We all have a story. This is a deep conversation where we're going to get into it a lot. There's a lot of training on experiences, but you can come in with any topic and write. You can look at an experience as a course, as a training, whatever it is that you might want to call it. But any time that I'm teaching something, I'm taking a topic and I'm tying it to an experience to make it more tangible. Subgroups. So inside of groups, you can have subgroups. So this is important because inside of these groups, you might break it down in different areas. I'm going to give you an example of a hospital that we work with. They have their main group, the main hospital, and then inside of that group, they have the emergency department, they have the ICU, they have OBGYN, they have med surg, so they have all of their different areas inside of this their main group for the subgroup. So if you're someone who's selling content, maybe you have your top group that is a free group, and then your subgroup might be your premier group or your paid group. So you drive them into the free and then you take them to the paid. You can also look at this as a church. Maybe it's the main church body, and then you have all your Sunday schools within inside of that as Sunday schools, as their school and their different groups. So lots of ways to use this. Modules. So modules are important if you're creating training. A module is like a syllabus. So the people who take the experiences, they have to do them in order. So 1, 2, 3 in order, and then you can move from syllabus to syllabus to syllabus. So there's a lot of functionality. And then of course the edit button. This is where you come in and you edit your group, so I can make any changes that I want to inside of the group. I can have reports if I want to. If it's a group where we need some sort of reporting system, that's important. One of the things that you're not seeing here on the information page that is very important to Convene. Convene groups are just like a mini SharePoint. So I can come in and I can add a documents to this. I can add a filing system. Great example is one of the nonprofits that we have. We use this, I'm a board member of that nonprofit, we use this to manage all of our documents. So again, it's like a mini SharePoint right here built in to your group. So there's lots of functionalities of groups, and we're going to get into each specific tab more specifically in a different video showing you how to build content and how to manage your group. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.